Welcome back to Create Things. Today I finally had the time again to work on my big piece, and I want to show you along how far I've come. So please enjoy, and I think I will start with the story of Oguloth now, because I think there will be now this part and another one, and that's it. Then I'm finished with him. So thank you very much. So first of all, I want to thank you for all the support, for all the subscribers. It's like really cool to see that people are following me, and I really appreciate that. So thank you very, very, very much. Long before kingdoms rose, before borders were drawn, and before people learned to fear the dark, something else was already watching, not a god, not a demon, something older. Its name was Oguloth. The ancient texts described him as the one who sees, a being hidden beyond the sky, beyond the stars, beyond human. No one knew where he came from. No one knew what he truly looked like. But those who claimed to have seen him all spoke of the same thing. Eyes. Countless eyes. Watching and just always watching. For centuries, people believed these stories were myths, tales told by madmen, prophets, and dying kings. But the truth was far worse. Oguloth never wanted worship. He wanted control. The first civilizations that discovered his existence did not build temples out of love. They built them out of fear. Deep beneath deserts, hidden inside mountains, and buried under ancient cities, were chambers dedicated to Oguloth. In these chambers, priests gathered in secrets. They called themselves the Keepers of Sight. Their purpose was simple: to observe humanity, every action, every decision, and every weakness. They collected information the way a spider collects flies, and through them Oguloth watched. As centuries passed, kingdoms collapsed and empires vanished, but the keepers remained. Whenever a ruler became too powerful, they whispered in the shadows. Whenever wars began, they were already there. Whenever revolutions started, they had predicted them long before, because knowledge is power. And nobody possessed more knowledge than Oguloth. One legend tells of a king who tried to destroy the cult. His name has been erased from history. The only thing that remains is a warning carved into stone. The eyes see all. According to a legend, the king ordered every temple burned, every priest executed, and every symbol destroyed. For a moment it seemed he had succeeded. The cult disappeared, the temples were gone, and the people celebrated. But then strange things began to happening. The king's advisors turned against him. His generals betrayed him. His closest friends became enemies. Within a single year his empire collapsed, not through war, not through famine, but through paranoia. Nobody knew who to trust anymore. By the time the king realized what was happening, it was already too late. The last record of him describes a broken man hiding alone in a fortress. Every mirror in his room had been shattered, every window covered, and every servant dismissed, because he believed someone was watching him, and perhaps he was right. As humanity entered the modern age, Oguloth evolved. He no longer needed temples, he no longer needed stone altars. People unknowingly built his new kingdom for him. A kingdom of screens, cameras, networks, machines. The keepers of sight adapted with the times. They infiltrated governments, corporations, banks, and media. Every institution became another eye, another way to observe, another way to control, and humanity welcomed it. They carried the eyes in their pockets, they placed them inside their home. They connected them to every aspect of their lives, the perfect prison, one where the prisoners built the walls themselves. Yet there were always a few who resisted, a few who noticed patterns, missing people, disappearing journalists, ancient symbols appearing where they shouldn't, whispers of a hidden organization pulling strings behind every major event. Most were labeled insane, conspiracy terrorists, troublemakers. Then they vanished. Among those who searched for answers was a young historian named Elias Voss. Unlike the others, Elias wasn't looking for secrets, the secrets found him. It began when he discovered a forgotten manuscript hidden beneath a ruined monastery. The pages were centuries old, most of them the text had faded, but one illustration remained untouched, a hooded figure, a skeletal face, and countless eyes staring from its skull. The image was identical to the description of Oguloth. At first, Elias laughed. Ancient myths, nothing more. But then he noticed something strange. The symbol beneath the creature appeared again, and always again, in government archives, in abandoned buildings, in corporate logos, even in places where it made no sense. It was everywhere, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be noticed. The deeper Elias dug, the more disturbing his discoveries became. Every path led back to the same thing, the keepers of sight, a secret organization that should not exist, an organization that had somehow survived thousands of years, and according to the evidence it was growing stronger. One night while studying the manuscript, Elias found something hidden between two pages, a folded piece of paper. The handwriting was rushed and desperate, as if the writer knew they were running out of time. Only one sentence was written on it. If you are reading this, they already know your name. Elias felt a chill run down his spine. The room suddenly felt smaller, quieter, and just wrong. Slowly he looked toward the dark corner of his apartment. Nothing was there, at least that's what he told himself. Then his computer screen flickered. Once, twice, 3 times. And for a split second he saw it. A face. A skeletal, hooded face covered in eyes, watching him. The screen went black. The apartment felt silent. And somewhere beyond the darkness, something had finally noticed him. So this was the first part of the story of Oguloth. So there will be a second part and final part. So I think the second part will be the final part, because the next time I think I will be finished with him. But yeah, so I'm very happy that you are watching this video. I hope you came till the end. I know my English isn't the best, but I hope you can accept it. And yeah, that's it. I'm really thankful for every one of you. So hope you enjoy it, and hope you will come back to hear the second and final part. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.